Oh, yeah. On the other side?
On the right side, there's Reed Head,
You
and
see a
then
71
and
out
then
there?
71 is
Good luck
out
with
there.
that. I don't have a
Chase Avia,
Chase Avia. There you go. Big Chase.
and then there's
I
a
got a
50.
52 and
There's
a
a 50.
58, I thought.
Yeah, 50 something on the other side of 55.
They're hard to see. Opposite of the Casteel players. Uh,
They look like mountains.
um, I,
52 and 56.
I'm sure Ron is giving you a good angle. Oh, Dylan, Gabby Yabber Gabbard's back in there. Gabby Yabbard wasn't out there last week. Ineligible. We're just going to say that he couldn't come out. We're happy to have Gabby Yabbard, the number one defensive player for the Cougars. We're, we're fixing to get underway, and Cholo's going to get the ball to start off this ball game. This team here, Casteel, is ranked number one in the 3A. But this is their third year in the 3A. To my understanding, next year they will skip the 4A and they'll go straight to 5A because of the population in the school district.
The size of the area in the school district, you're absolutely right, John. But in the meantime, the Sholo Cougars have to play them, and this is a huge team. And I don't mean huge in like, just the number of players. They have about 74 players on their roster, but huge as far as size. It looks like they all average probably about 6', 6'1" is what, and these aren't their linemen. This is just their running backs, quarterbacks,
Yes.
and their receivers. Their linemen are averaging probably 6'1", 6'2". There's some big boys out there, and it's going to be tough for them. They are right now, the Casteel Colts average a little over 265 yards passing and a little over 200 yards rushing. So they are a very offensive, potent team. They are averaging 4 sacks a game. And I'm glad you brought up the quarterback situation when we started this, John, because the Casteel Colts are averaging 5 interceptions per game. So if you were to go through and look at that, in order for the Cougars to have a chance, if Colton McGinnis is starting and he's going to play like he did what we've seen so far in the beginning of the year, the Cougars do not stand a chance in this game. They actually are going to have a quarterback who can handle the pressure coming on him while he's standing in the pocket and has some accuracy when he has to scramble to get out of the pocket because that pocket's going to collapse. We have seen where the offensive line have had some issues in blocking and stuff, and we saw that in the first quarter last week where had it not been for Weston Kime being able to break tackles at the line of scrimmage and rumbling for 40 and 35 yards for those 2 touchdowns, that would have been a completely different game. So we're hoping that the Sholo Cougars come out. They have some spunk and some spirit going through because it's going to be a tough night for them.
It's going to be a long night. This will be the first test. Obviously, the Cougars are going to get the ball first. We got to take a moment right here. We're going to thank everybody that joined us for the touchdown show, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy it being on it. I love to be on the touchdown show, so we have to give a shout out to Fast Lane Transports on the road in San Francisco this evening. Tuning in at KWKM.com. That's KWKM.com. Papa Bear's out there watching the game at KWKM.com in HD, kicked back in probably a Motel 6 with Tom Bodette, drinking ice cold Coke and watching the ball game in HD, not sweating like we are. But we're fixing to get underway. Don't touch the dial. I don't know what the holdup is. The officials are out there. I know Ron is going to give you some nice video and show you this layout here. It's a nice big high school. The crowd, the fans have this place loaded. But I'm excited to see we have a few Sholo fans over there. We don't have a great big following, but we do have some that made the long trip down here.
So, John, you're wondering about what's possibly taking so long. I'm learning here that this is actually going to be a live broadcast.
Yes, it is. This is the AIA. The AIA's here. So we're going to have there's going to be a lot of intermittent TV timeouts, exactly what they are. Yes, there are going to be some TV timeouts that we're going to have to deal with. So let's go back to the studio and take a 30-second timeout while they're getting a hold of this, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. Back in 30 seconds.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. from primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Welcome back to Casteel High School for the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. We've traveled down here to the home of the Casteel Colts with your Sholo Cougars. Going to take on the Casteel Colts here in just a minute. This is going to be kind of a crazy broadcast. I'm going to apologize that ahead of time to you. Due to the fact that the AIA is televising this ball game, there's going to be television timeouts, and we're just going to try to keep a hold of it. They blew the whistle and got everybody off the field ready to start a moment ago, and I'm still kind of unsure about what's going on. So, okay, we're fixing to get underway. The officials are getting into place, and we're fixing to get underway. Here come the Casteel Colts onto the field, and here come your Sholo Cougars set to receive the ball. They're going to receive the kickoff. This will be the first test of the evening for the Sholo Cougars because they will be getting the ball first, and we'll see what happens with the offense. We want to give a shout out to Fort Hood, Texas, to my good friends Trey and Shiny out in the great state of Texas that tune in every single week at KWKM.com to watch these ball games. And we're fixing to get underway. This should be an exciting game. I'm hoping for a good, exciting game. Here comes the kicker, gonna put a boot on it, and we're underway. It's gonna be taken right at about the 9-yard line. That looks like James, the working man Turner, trying to get to the outside, has some blockers in front of him, still on his feet, jukes to the inside, still on his feet, and he's gonna make it all the way down to about the 40-yard line of the Cougars. Good return by James, the working man Turner.
That was a good return. He used the speed to get around and outside one of the Casteel Colts who came down. He did. He took the kick about the 8-yard line of their own team, and he went clear across to the far side of the field and up the sideline. He got a great block from one of his return specialists there, but they almost got caught for a holding as he didn't let go of the player.
Well, sometimes that happens. Looks like we have Colton McGinnis in for the Cougars at quarterback. Weston Kimes in the backfield. Reedhead here to the near side, one out to the far side. There's the snap. Gonna hand it off to Kimes, and that's a no-go. That's possibly a loss of about a foot there.
That's going to be a pickup, actually, John, about a half yard. And as we exactly seen like we did last week, it was the Casteel Colts who got across the line of scrimmage. That was all Weston Kime as he was able to break a tackle there behind, or he would have been thrown for a 2-yard loss.
So here comes McGinnis. He's got two split out here to the near side, one to the far side. Lone back, Weston Kimes rolls out looking to pass the ball. Has a man. Toon. He's going to be hit immediately. And a pickup of about a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, John, that was a very short pass. And again, like you said, we got Colton McGinnis in here, and I worry about how this is going to end up with a 3rd and long.
There's McGinnis rolling out to the far side, looking to pass the ball. Gets a little erranded outside to Reedhead, I believe, over there. And he's going to be brought down well short. That's going to bring up 4th and about 6, 7. 4th and 7. Well, he did complete a pass there. That's encouraging, even though it's 4th down. We're going to see what happens here with the Cougars punt team. We're waiting the snap. There's the snap. There's a boot. Nice kick. Has a hard time catching it at first. Does catch it. Still on his feet. Looking to go the opposite side. Right up the middle. Going to finally be brought down at about the 44-yard line of the Colts.
Yeah, we'll be brought down about the 43. Keegan Clark actually was staying home on his own, making sure that the return wasn't going to get outside of him. Forced the return man to cut back up inside, able to pick up 8 yards before he's brought down right at the 44-yard line of the Casteel Colts.
And here comes the Casteel Colts. They're going to be quarterbacked by number 16, I believe. No, who is that? What's that quarterback's number out there?
I believe it should be number 7.
Is it number 7? Nick Arve? Is that how you say that?
No, changing players. Looks like probably going to get an illegal procedure against the Casteel Colts.
It's the Colts.
But it's number 15, Gunnar Cruz is their quarterback.
That's what I thought it was a 16. It's a 15. Gunnar Cruz. Excellent name for a quarterback. I love it.
Yeah, number 16 is Derek Leclerc, and he is actually their kicker. And that is the only position he holds.
That is the only position. Boomer Esiason's son is named Gunnar. Old NFL quarterback. There's the snap. Going to hand it off. Coming to the near side. Still on his feet. Looking to get outside. One man pursuing him. Toon finally. No, that's not Toon. That's number 22 of the Cougars. That is Trace Neff. Finally gives him a shove out of bounds. Lucky he got that shove because he couldn't catch him to tackle him.
Yeah, that was a pickup of 2 on the play. He just took the hand off and rushed around to the outside. And good thing our defense was able to get out and string out the play.
So here comes Gunnar Cruz. Shotgun. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, looking to pass the ball. Has his man right in the middle of the field, and he heard footsteps and lets that one go. Incomplete pass.
Those
down.
That's what we call alligator arms there, John, is the receiver's coming in, and when he looks up where that ball's going, he had number 22, Trace Neff, barreling in on him from his safety position, and you could actually see where them arms didn't reach out. Those elbows were still tucked against his side. He didn't want to come out.
Wow. I hope you got that on film, the way the defense comes out, looks at a TV. There goes Cruz looking to pass the ball. The man goes down, and it's going to be 4th down. Do you see the way they come off the field and all set in chairs over here?
Yeah, the defense
that's
comes
a big
out.
deal.
They have a big, huge, I'd say that's probably about a 42-inch TV sitting right there for their Casteel Colts to watch the previous plays of the offense and stuff. So they're getting real-time sight on how the offense came against them.
Wow.
And let's see how they're going to adjust against the Cougars when they come back out on defense. As the Casteel Colts look like they're going to punt, maybe a pooch kick formation here. Let's see.
There's the snap. Oh, yeah, little pooch kick. And it's going to be taken right at about the 35, and he's not going to get much. But it's going to be Cougar ball.
Yeah,
this is a fast-paced game here. They're really not giving us enough time as of yet to even go to a break. They're moving in and out pretty quick.
John, if you look, you can see the quarterback here, number 15, Gunnar Cruz, down here looking at the plays and seeing what he has for receivers that were open or not when he was
And here comes his offense over here to sit down and check out the TV. I've yet to see that in high school football. That's something brand new. Here come the Cougars. McGinnis, shotgun. One person in the backfield, got him stacked up on the far side, going to hand it off. James, a working man, Turner, still on his feet. He's going to drive it forward to about the 43-yard line.
They're going to mark it at the 42, pick up a 5 on the play by James Workman Turner.
I think was that James Turner or was that Ethan Walker?
No, that was James Turner.
That was James Turner. Ethan Walker leading the way there, blocking. Got 2 men in the backfield now. One split out to the far side, one to the near side. Going to fake the handoff. There's the pitch. Waited a little bit too long to do the pitch there, way too long. And that's going to be maybe a loss of it. No, it's right back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, John, actually the problem on that was he pitched the ball kind of like he throws. It's kind of a nice, easy flow of a movement. And so it took a while for the ball to get to Ethan Walker. In all actuality, he should have took it himself and went up.
Went on up.
Picked up 3 yards
Picked
on the
up
play.
a few yards right there. McGinnis rolling out to the near side here. There's a ball, double coverage. And that was good defensive play there by number 10, Villalba, to come back and play defensive player to knock that one away from the interception.
The unfortunate part is Villalba came in too far forward on that play and stuff. Had he actually stayed back a little bit, he might have had a better chance to try to get it. I understand you want to try to make sure that nobody gets a hold of the ball, and it did, but it was still one of those that the back defender actually still had a chance. And, John, as you can see, McGinnis under pressure and stuff cannot throw that ball very well, as that ball hung up like a lame duck.
That was a duck-looking one right there. Cougars look a little bit confused here. They don't know what to do. looking to punt the ball, and the Cougars are going to take a timeout. They've got some coaching problem here. We're going to go to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford and streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771. Your car is like an extension of you, so TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate, 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash Car Wash in Sholo. Like their page on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Cougars did just come out and punted the ball. Kind of bobbled there at first by the return man. Does pick it up and picks up a few yards. The Cougars pursuing there kind of out-pursued the play and let him get by on the outside.
I don't know that they out-pursued at all. It looked like they just stopped and waited for the return man to come to them. It's like they're afraid, or maybe they saw something on game film where they want to make sure they're not out of position, so they're playing their lanes and stopping in a certain spot.
So here comes Cruz, shotgun, 2 to the near side. Here comes a man in motion, lone back. There's a snap, going to pitch it to the back. Gets by one would-be tackler, still on his feet. There's a holding call. Finally going to get corralled out of bounds, but they're going to get a holding call back at about the 40, and this play is going to come back.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot. That should go against the Casteel Colts on there, because there was a hold. The defender was trying to break free to come around to make the tackle, and you could actually see it. The man's arms were extended, had a hold of the jersey, and so the flag comes out. Get the little hanky on the play, 10-yard penalty. Of course, it's still only going to be a first and 15.
First and 15.
You know, a 10-yard penalty is only a 5-yard loss because of the spot foul. So
I'm still at a loss for words about this TV down here and how they can come out and watch the plays. That's absolutely amazing. So here comes Cruz bringing his offense up to the line, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, lone back. There's a snap, going to hand it off that lone back, coming to the near side. Does get a block and going to make it downfield.
yeah, Mac Johnson took the handoff, inside handoff. He came around to the near side corner for a sweep. Kept extending it out. The Cougars did. They just weren't able to bring him back in. And that is going to be a pickup of 10 yards on the play.
So that's going to be about second down and about 6, 7. About 7.
A long 5.
Long 5.
Short 6.
Here comes Cruz, has a man in motion, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, lone back, looking for that big quick screen play out there to the outside, gets it, finally gets pushed out of bounds over there at about the 44-yard line.
Yeah, 43 or 44. So mark it. Pick up a 2 on the play.
Going to be 3rd down and 3, 6:50 remaining here in the first quarter. It's the Sholo Cougars 0 and the Casteel Colts 0. There's a handoff going up the middle. Going to just try to push him forward, and he's going to be close to a first down. I believe that's going to move the chains. 1st and 10, Casteel. That's the first down of the ball game for Casteel there.
Yeah, that's 4-yard pickup of Mac Johnson, just right up the middle. He's got his lineman help pushing him.
There's a quick snap. Going to hand it off up the middle, and he has all kinds of running room. And look at that. They caught the Sholo defense off guard, and he's going to be run into the end zone. Touchdown, Casteel.
52-yard touchdown run by Mac Johnson. He just went right up the middle. This is the same play that Westingheim runs. You pull the offside, tackle and guard, bring them over, kick out the defenders. You just tuck right in beside him, right up the line, and that's exactly what he did.
They caught the defense on their heels. The Sholo defense was still running up to the line when the ball was snapped. I think they caught them back on their heels right there. Touchdown, Casteel. Beautiful run. You can't take away from that. looking for the point after. There's the snap. It's down. It's up, and it's good. It's going to bring the score Casteel 7, Show Cougars 0. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. In the backyard, it's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
Back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from beautiful Queen Creek, Arizona at Casteel High School, where we've traveled down here with your Sholo Cougars to take on the Casteel Colts. You know, the Cougars come out here. They've had 2 offensive possessions, and they didn't do much, but the defense come out there on Casteel's first offensive possession and held them, looked good. On this one, Casteel caught them back on their heels, break the run, even though they held them there at first to 3rd and long, first, and then catch them on their heels. And what was that, a 52-yard touchdown run?
It's a 52-yard touchdown run, and John, I got 2 words: Round Valley.
Yeah.
And the only reason I can say that is I would be willing, if I was the coach of the Casteel Colts, that's the game that I would have watched, because that's the game that the Sholo Cougars had trouble doing anything on. And it looked like that's exactly what they did. They basically knew that the Cougars were running a 3-4 defense. Those defensive tackles were outside instead of lining up right outside the tackles. The guards. They're lining up out on the tackles, and that's exactly what they did. They kicked them out, allowed the other linemen to get onto the linebackers, so the linebackers couldn't get to the running back, and so that's the trouble they run into.
Boy, there's a little pooch kick, and I think Casteel might recover that one.
They did.
They recovered it. They done a little pooch onside kick that worked out, and it's Casteel's football. Wow.
Yeah, that ball went off the hands of number 52, Vidal Marino. He backed up and looked like he was trying to catch a nice, soft fly ball. And unfortunately, he bobbled it as it hit his hands and down the ground and went. And the Casteel Colts are going to take over 1st and 10 at the Cougars' 40-yard line.
That's a beautiful time to do it. It worked. 6:28 remaining here in the first quarter. It's Casteel 7, Sholo Cougars 0. Here comes Gunnar Cruz bringing his offense up to the line. He's got 3 split out here to the near side. Here comes some defense over here. They don't have enough guys over here to cover. Yeah, they do now. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball to the far side. Has a man.
Touchdown.
And what a catch. What a catch.
Over number 12, Toon. Dalen Toon had great coverage. He went up for the ball. He just wasn't able to come down with it. And that is a 40-yard touchdown strike.
And that's going to put Casteel up on top right now. 13-0. They're going to go for the extra point. That was a beautiful catch. Toon was great defense, and that was just an awesome catch by the receiver there.
Yeah, I didn't catch the number of the receiver.
I didn't either, but that was a heck of a catch. They get the snap. It's down. It's up, and it's good. Bring a score. Casteel 14, Sholo Cougars 0. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. Coming to you live in HD at KWKM.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again
Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from Casteel High School in Queen Creek, where after an onside kick, Casteel Colts have put 7 more points on the board, bring the score Casteel 14, your Sholo Cougars 0. The Cougars are back for the kickoff. We're going to see, they're going to put a little bit more boot under that one. They called for an onside kick, and it's going to be taken by number 47.
Josh Chatterton.
Josh Chatterton called for the fair catch. And, I guess it's okay to call for it. After the last play, you might, at least you're getting the ball.
Well, John, the problem on both those onside kicks is that it was the up man who went backwards to get the ball instead of the back man to come up to get it. Had the back man come up, on this one here, they would have been able to pick up some yardage. On the last one, they would at least have the ball.
So here comes the Cougars. McGinnis going to bobble the ball and going to dive on it. And that's going to take them back to about the 20-yard line, and that'll bring up about 2nd and 20 now.
Well, I would say, they're lucky they didn't get called for a false start, but, it's one of those things that still Colt McGinnis, you could tell he was a little shaky. He started moving before the ball was snapped, and he fumbled the ball and lost 6 on the play.
There's McGinnis. There's the snap. Going to fire it to the far side. He's going to be hit immediately over there on the far side. That is number 2 out there, Keegan Clark, going to be hit immediately for a minimal gain. Well, no, we're going to pick up
5 on the play.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and about 11. McGinnis in the backfield, dropping back, looking to pass the ball. Way overthrows his would-be receiver. And the defender can't hold on to it, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
And, John, we're starting to see the same things. While Colt McGinnis has hit 3 of his 5 passes, it's the 2 that they needed for him to complete that he's unable to. On that one, he got the snap that time, and you saw him bobble the ball when he was trying to get him set to pass. And then he goes through, and he threw this one, and he threw it way past the receiver. And had that ball not hung up, the receiver wouldn't have gotten there in time. And instead, it's... luckily it's an incomplete pass. The Colt player is hurt on the far sideline. I think he came down on the ball, probably is out of wind or something.
I think it pile drived him right on top of that ball. I think he's up now. They're going to try to get him to the far side of the field. Yeah, here he comes. He's coming back over. Yeah, if that ball, like you said, if it hadn't hung up long enough for the receiver to get back there and play defense on that play, that thing would have been returned for a ways. That ball was way overthrown. We're going to have to see what the Sholo Cougar coaching staff has in store here. I would have to think they're going to have to make some changes. Let's see. The punting crew is on. It's 4th and 11. Looks like Toon is back to punt. I have to think that the Cougars are going to have to make some changes here. We'll have to wait and see. 5:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Casteel on top of Sholo, 14-0. There's the snap. Little pooch kick. Nice little punt. It's going to be taken right at the 40-yard line. He's going to bobble it. But good heads-up ball. He dives on it, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Casteel at about the 37-yard line. Let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. That was a handoff by Casteel up the middle. He playing ping pong out there, got some positive yards, but I believe we're going to have a holding call.
There's going to be a holding call.
Dylan Gabbard.
Dylan Gabbard came around the corner off of his outside linebacker position, came around, and he was tackled by their offensive lineman. That kind of helped set up that play to allow him to pick up the positive yardage. Instead, it is 10 yards from the spot of the foul, which makes it 1st and 23.
And there's the snap. Going to hand it off, going to the far side. Has some running room. Going to get hit right there, though, and going to be brought down after a pickup of about, it looked like 4 or 5.
No, it looks like it's only going to be a pickup of about 2.
Oh, yeah, it is. I thought the pile looked further.
Yeah, pickup of 2 by Mac Johnson on there. Well, when you figure where he got the ball, which was pretty much back at about the 20-yard line, it did look like he picked up a lot of yards.
It did. So here comes Cruz, brings it off into the line, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, looking to pass the ball, pump fakes, under a little bit of pressure, going to go the other direction as a man. And that's going to be pass interference there by Toon. If he had looked back, he could have, I think, gotten away with that, couldn't he?
I think if Toon would have actually looked back, he probably would have played for the ball more than he would have tried to play the receiver. He had great coverage at that point in time. The quarterback threw the ball exactly where he could get it. The problem on that, John, is that the free safety is always supposed to be as deep as the deepest. And for some reason, they're utilizing the free safety to pay attention to the trips on this side. Instead of paying attention to all the receivers, he's not able to get back because he's not seeing that one single receiver.
Okay, now hold on a second. That wasn't pass interference?
It's pass interference, but it's
not
just a
automatic
15-yard penalty.
Oh, I see. So here's Cruz, back to pass once again, and going to air it out to the near side here.
And he's going to catch that ball that time. Brought down at the 17-yard line.
Villalba act like he had the position on the ball, but Villalba did not have position on the ball. And that was a beautiful catch, and that's going to be 1st and 10, Casteel. Here comes Cruz up to the line of scrimmage, going to hand it off to number 6, going to the far side. They're trying to chase him down, not letting him get around the outside edge. Beautiful pursuit on Mac Johnson. And that's going to be a pickup of about...
I think it's going to be only 1, John. Yeah, pickup of 1 on the play there by Mac Johnson.
He tried to get around the outside. The Cougars pursued good. Here comes Cruz to the line. There's a quick screen pass over to the far side. And he's going to be brought down there. Pickup of about...
Let's see where they mark at the ball here. That's another pickup of 1 yard.
We have 3:24 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. Casteel on top, 14-0. Cruz shotgun position, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Lone back. Looks like he called an option play up there. Still looking around. Must have plenty of time on the clock. Still trying to get the play called in. They're counting it off. I guess he had plenty of time. Dropping back to pass. Looking to the near side. Has a man wide open. Good juke there. And he's going to get pushed out of bounds at about the...
He should be about a yard shy of the first down. See where they're going to mark it. That's going to be a pickup of 6 on that play. Which should be about 4th and 2.
Looks like 4th and 2.
There's no sense for them not to go for it.
Might as well. Here going to have some changes on the field.
Bring in the power I formation.
Yes, they are. Up under center. Cougars have the box loaded.
Trying to draw him off sides there, John. You see him?
Yeah, I see that. And there's the snap. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Oh, and they had him right there, and he's going to make it free. Fumble.
Ball's
Cougar
loose.
ball. Cougar ball. They held him. So Cougar ball, 2:43 remaining here in the first quarter. And the Cougars hold them. The Cougars going to take over on the... Looks like they're going to take over on about the 5-yard line.
Their own 4-yard line, John. And, John, I sit there, I look at this, and so number 2, Zach Nelson, on the one that caught that 40-yarder, is 6 foot, and Aaron Villalba's listed at 5'10", but he was much shorter than
He looked a
Zach
lot
Nelson.
shorter. So there's McGinnis going to hand it off. Weston Kimes on the far side still pushing forward. Hey, that's a good little run to get him out of the end zone there. He's going to push them out to about the, see where they're going to mark it at.
That's a pickup of 4 on the play, John. But this is exactly what we had last week, where it needed Weston Kime had to do all the job himself there the first half to get him somewhere.
So here's McGinnis. Got one to the near side, one to the far side. Going to hand it off once again to, no he didn't. There's the pitch out. James, the working man Turner, cutting back to the inside. Good run, and I believe that's going to move the chains. 1st and 10, Cougars.
That's going to be about a 6-yard pickup, 7 yards by James Turner. And
Kinda
again, it's
juked
one of
me.
those that had that ball gotten to him sooner, he would have been able to make up more yardage. Instead, he had to scramble to pick up the first down himself.
So here comes McGinnis, has one to the far side, one to the near side. I formation. There's a snap. Going to hand it off to Kimes. Kimes tries to get to the outside. We're not getting no blocks over there by Keegan Clark. Keegan Clark is getting pushed around over there on the outside.
Well, John, the whole offensive line's kind of getting pushed around as the Casteel Colts have been in the backfield all night long.
All night long. Here comes one to the near side, one to the far side. I formation. McGinnis shotgun. There's a snap. Going to hand it off once again to Weston Kimes. Just has nowhere to run. He's still pushing forward. And if they're not going to blow the whistle, then he just picked up about 5.5 yards, 6 yards.
Well, they can't blow the whistle because he's still moving forward, John.
Well,
so,
yeah.
As a pickup of 6 of Weston Kime.
Yes.
Again, he got hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to keep moving, and that was kind of what he needed to do, and that's the only spark we're really getting from the Cougars.
Going to bring up 3rd and 5. There's a snap to McGinnis. He bobbles it, rolling out to the far side. There's a pass. And they're going to say...
Incomplete.
Incomplete. He tried to get it to Keegan Clark, but the ball just wasn't long enough. The pass wasn't long enough. It's going to go skipping into Keegan Clark, and that's going to bring up 4th and 5.
Yeah, John, he had 2 receivers. Looked like Reedhead was open there at about the 30. All by himself there. Instead, McGinnis decided he wanted to throw it down to the 35 and kind of bounce the ball to the receiver. So, again, we're still having those issues where McGinnis can't connect on him when he's moving.
There's the snap, little pooch punt. Not much to it. It's going to take a Colt bounce. Then it takes a Cougar bounce, and it's going to get down to about the 47-yard line of the Colts. It's going to be 1st and 10 Colts. So with 41.8 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, it's Colts football. And here come the Colts out on the field. I don't know what the Cougars got to... Why can you say that's not obvious? Can you tell me something that's not obvious?
Can I tell you something that's not obvious, or can I tell you some of the changes they need to make?
Well, obvious, not obvious. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nick. We're going to give you a chance.
Actually, the Casteel Colts are actually running the same defense as the Sholo Cougars. The difference is the Casteel Colts have their linebackers and everything looking like a 5-2 defense.
And look at this. There goes number 6. That is Big Mac Johnson. And he's going to take it all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Cougars, 1st and 10 Colts, with 34.5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Beautiful run.
22-yard pickup by Mac Johnson on there.
His line just opens the hole initially at the line, and then Johnson just kicking it in and doing most of the work on his own. So there he goes once again, still on his feet. There's a stiff arm, going to take down that would-be tackler. Who is that would-be tackler? Number 22 of the Cougars. Trayson Neff just got stiff arm to the ground as Mac Johnson takes it in the end zone.
John, like I said at the beginning of the game, if the Cougars don't come out and do something with their quarterback situation and stuff, it's going to be a long night, and they're continuing to go through and play Colton McGinnis, who is just starting to have a bad night again.
They're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do it quick. It's down. It's up. It's good. That's going to give the Colts a 21-0 lead. And we're going to go back to the studio. We're going to go back for a 30-second timeout. And we'll be back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford and streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from Casteel High School, where it's the Casteel Colts on top of your Sholo Cougars, 21-0. The Cougars have to make some changes here. We're gonna see what happens. We have 19.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. The game isn't out of hand right now, but the Cougars have to make some changes to stay in this ballgame.
You're right, John. And one of the changes they need to make is their defensive line stunts of how they're blocking and covering for the run.
And there is a squib kick. Herschel Walker's going to let it go. Good play by Walker to the up man. And I believe that's Toon. No, I don't think that is Toon.
That's James the Working Man Turner.
James the Working Man Turner going to take it out to the 32-yard line of the Cougars. Be 1st and 10.
Yeah, now, John, like I'm saying here, if you watch when the Casteel Colts come out of their huddle and they line up, the two outside personnel for their line are actually their linebackers. See how number 12 is over here, number 24 is on the far side?
Yes.
When they line up and stuff, now look at their others. You can see that the defensive tackles are lining just outside the guards instead of out on top of the tackles.
There's a snap, going to hand it off up the middle, and there's nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide right there.
It's basically they end up running a 5-man front.
That's exactly what
they
they're doing. You're exactly right.
And so what happens is they're lining up in the gaps, they're shooting the gaps, so the linemen have to try to do some sort of movement to get their blocks, and they're unable to until the Casteel Colts defensive line is in the backfield.
Well, the Cougars are going to have to make some changes on offense. We're going to see what they're doing. That's the end of the first quarter. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford and streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771. Your car is like an extension of you, so TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate, 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash Car Wash in Sholo. Like their page on Facebook.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. Coming to you live from Casteel High School, where it's the Casteel Colts taking on your Sholo Cougars. Thus far in the ballgame, we're just getting underway in the second quarter. It's Casteel 21, Sholo Cougars 0. We've talked, me and the neck here have talked in depth about what the Cougars have to do. We've yet to see it. We witnessed in person last Friday night what the Cougars had to do. They made a quarterback change, and they went from a I'm gonna be as pinpoint as I can here. They went from a pocket passer, an unsure about himself pocket passer, and Colt McGinnis, to John Jenkins, who is a scrambling type quarterback, still passes the ball. He's not just a Randall Cunningham or a Wildcat offense, run it all the time. John Jenkins still passes the ball. And I think that's what they have to do. Here comes McGinnis, one to the near side, one to the far side. I formation, going to fake it, looking to pass the ball, going to dump it back off on a screen play over here to Weston Kimes. And Kimes is going to take it down to about the 47-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10, Sholo Cougars. That was a good play selection there.
Looked like a 15-yard pickup there to Weston Kime. It should have been more, but one of the big men, 68, was actually out there for the screen, and he let the outside guy come in without ever touching him, and that was who Weston Kime had to try to break away from, and unable to do so, he's brought down after 15 yards.
Here goes McGinnis rolling out to the far side, has 2 receivers out there looking to pass the ball. Has a man right at the first down marker, Reed head, and that's going to be a completion. Move the chains, 1st and 10, Sholo Cougars.
Pickup of 11 on that play, and John, as I said, I was wrong when I sat there and told you they got 11 men in the box. The safety's not in the box, he's the only one. They have 10 men in the box.
10 men in the box, might as well be 11. Here comes McGinnis, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Lone back. There's the snap, gonna fake to the lone back. Here goes McGinnis, gonna run, and McGinnis, he's not a scrambling quarterback. We just compared him to Randall Cunningham, and we admitted that he wasn't Randall Cunningham.
He's one of those with really long legs, but he moves really slow with them.
So here comes the offense. McGinnis brings his offense back to the line. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side, lone back. There's a snap, looking to pass the ball. Quick pass out there. That is Keegan Clark, and Clark's going to take it right down to the first down marker. We're going to see where they mark it.
That's going to be a pickup of about 7 on that play. Johnny is just about a football length short of the first down to Keegan Clark. Keegan Clark actually getting down to his knee when he got hit.
So that's going to be 3rd and short. There's the snap. McGinnis can't get a hold of it, and he's got a fall on it, and that's going to blow their chance there. That's going to bring up 4th and about 20 yards, it looks like. No, 15.
4th and 14 for him, John. A loss of 13 on the play, and Colton McGinnis continues to have issues with getting the snap. If that's a pass interference, it's 15 yards. It should give them the first down by about a yard. That's what they're going to do. They're going to mark it off, pass interference. But, you know, I'm not against Colton McGinnis as a quarterback. I don't think he's matured enough to be the starter here. He needs some more time. I believe that John Jenkins is the one who will give them the best here. And John Jenkins hit those 3 times last week.
Yes, he did. A lot more accurate, especially moving. And there's going to be an offsides call, and that's going to move the Cougars a little bit further. Hey, the Cougars are driving right now, 1 flag at a time. We'll take it.
And, John, as I said, the Cougars are going to need to be able to pass the ball to be able to move it. And you're seeing here where they're able to move the ball with the passing. Of course, it's just unfortunate is short passing, and the receivers is the one who's doing it for us.
Here comes McGinnis to the near side, going to put it right in the middle to Reedhead. Reedhead still on his feet, rumbling, tumbling, bumbling, down to the 1-yard line. Cougar first down. Good catch and run by Reedhead.
They're going to mark him down at the 3-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 28 yards on that pass play. But again, that was McGinnis sitting in the pocket, able to see his receiver with no pressure.
Here comes McGinnis. Going to hand it off to Weston Kimes into the end zone. Touchdown, Sholo Cougars.
4-yard touchdown run by Weston Kime, and they are now on the board and hopefully can relax and turn the corner and start playing some ball here.
Because if you think I enjoy this, people, I get ulcers.
So, John, I want to give you some stats there.
There you go.
Passing here in the first quarter, McGinnis was 3 of 6 for 8 yards. The 3 completions were the ones where he was within the tackles and not moving. The 3 incompletions were the ones where he was moving around and had to scramble to hit the man, and he was always throwing the ball short. And then, of course, we were 8 rushing attempts for 17 yards, 25 yards total in the first quarter, so not a Sholo Cougar offense.
No, you cannot do that, but we heard their totals before the game. The announcer here was giving out Cougar stats, and on the ground they only average like 20-something yards a game, and that's I think that's what he said. But that can't be right, can it?
No, it's
Western
not.
Time's been doing more than that. So, hey, they're going to take a TV timeout. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. We'll be right back in 60 seconds.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Show Low and Snowflake.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. Clean the backyard. It's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week. I was stuck in my own little world there. I get excited when the Cougars score. You know, I want to thank Sholo Ford, everybody down there that gives us the opportunity to do these games every week. I love high school football, and I have vested interest. One thing I have my son, but I get excited with all these teams. I got really excited when we went to Alchese. When I see kids out there doing good, I get excited. And I'm just struggling with what Sholo's putting on the board so far. Just what they're putting on the field so far. When you know there's changes that you can make and make a difference, and you don't do it, that's frustrating for people.
It is frustrating, especially those armchair quarterbacks sitting at home watching. But, John, we got a couple updates here. I got Round Valley 28, San Carlos 0. And St. John's 12, Morenci 6. So St. John's kind of struggling against Morenci there.
St. John's battling over there. Coach Mike Morgan, I know he'll get his team lined out and get a W in the win section there. There's the kick. It's going to be taken at about the 5-yard line. Comes that nice stiff arm once again. They're just stiff arming the Cougars to the ground. Once again, it's Keegan Clark that gets stiff armed to the ground. Keegan's got to watch that stiff arm. It's going to be 1st and 10. Casteel from about where are they going to mark it at?
The 32.
32-yard line?
John, I don't know so much that it's a stiff arms. It's more of, while they are stiff arming, the problem is that the Sholo Cougar tacklers are diving at the time. So if you're going to dive, a stiff arm is going to knock you short. You're not even going to come close. You need to use your legs, drive through, put your shoulder into their hips, and take them down that way.
That's true. So here comes Gunnar Cruz. Brings his offense to the line, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, looking to pass the ball. Has a big, wide-open wide receiver going down the sidelines. Nice open field tackle by, who is that took him down there? Number 5? Number 5 is Cal Fawcett. Good open field tackle. But Fawcett's going to get up slow. But that was a wide-open wide receiver.
38-yard completion there, as you saw. None of the Sholo Cougars were getting in there at all.
And there goes big Mac Johnson once again driving in. Touchdown, Mac Johnson. That was 99% Mac Johnson running right there, juking the would-be Sholo Cougar tacklers.
He took the handoff. John, what I'm seeing here is there doesn't appear to be a Sholo Cougar defensive line. And I state that in the fact of not that they're not out there, not that they're not playing, but I'm sure they're playing where the coach put them, and the problem is the coach didn't put them making blocks, getting in the backfield. On that pass play they had, it was one of those that the defenders, our pass rush was non-existent. We rushed 2 guys against 5. The quarterback had all day to pass, and of course somebody slips open, and that's the way it goes. And On this last one here, we're on that 30-yard touchdown run by, Mac Johnson. We had one person in the backfield, and he was smothered by three offensive linemen for the Casteel Colts, and nobody else was around there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cougars defense. That right there with that score, with 9:10 remaining here in the first half of this ball game, brings a score Casteel 28, Sholo Cougars 7. I don't know what has happened with the Cougar defense. Mac Johnson is just running away with it. We'll check his yardage during the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime show.
John, I can give you first quarter stats for the Casteel Colts. They were 6 of 8 in passing with 2 touchdowns and 98 yards. For rushing, they had 7 attempts for 124 yards.
There you go. That makes
and
all
2
the
touchdowns.
All the difference in the world right there. So they're going to boot it away all the way back to Toon's, going to take it at about the 2-yard line. Here comes Toon down the far side, has a blocker out in front, still on his feet, and he's going to be picked up and put down at about the 28-yard line, looks like, of the Cougars. Going to be 1st and 10 Cougars.
Yeah, about a 26-yard return for him. He took it right about the hash mark on about the 2-yard line and just cut outside to the far sidelines as he came up and didn't get touched until about the 25-yard line, where he was quickly picked up off the ground and nicely set down on his backside instead of actually being body slammed.
He was picked up and put back down. So here comes McGinnis, going to split out Reedhead here to the near side. You got one to the far side, I formation. There's the snap. Going to hand it off, going to pitch it off. But that's kind of a nowhere to go to. Weston Kime still on his feet. But when you're being pursued like that, when you have that many pursuers, that pitch isn't going to help you.
Not all. That's going to be about a loss of 5 on the play. Unfortunately, that all goes against Weston Kime.
Yeah, and that really shouldn't. That's kind of a McGinnis loss there. So we're going to see if they're going to pass the ball here. McGinnis, shotgun, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, lone back this time. There's the snap. McGinnis almost gets going before the snap gets there. Quick pass. Reedhead to the far side, but it's just a short pass, pickup of nothing. Almost back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to air out the ball further than that if they're going to move it down the field.
Yeah, pick up a 4 on the play for Colton McGinnis to Jake Reedhead on that. And like you said, John, that is not enough and not what they needed to for the second down play that they had.
And we're going to have a timeout for the Cougars, so we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. Back in 60 seconds.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it. When you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. The Cougars come out and try to pass the ball on 3rd and long, and incomplete pass by McGinnis, and that's going to bring up 4th and about a long 11.
And John, I got another couple more updates again. Round Valley 35, San Carlos 0, St. John's 12, Morenci 12.
Oh, tie ball game over there in St. John's for the Redskins. So we have Toon back deep for the punt. We have 8:13 remaining here in the first half. Casteel on top of Sholo, 28-7.
Yeah, John, I'm not sure what Colton McGinnis was looking when he threw the ball. He threw the ball way too early. Had he waited another second, Toon would have been wide open. Instead, he threw the ball way early, way outside. Nobody was going to catch it. That was going to be an incomplete pass no matter what.
There's a pooch punt. Can't get a hold of it. Finally does. Yeah, that's going to be a flag right there.
No, it shouldn't because he was going in for the ball. That was a legal play.
I think it was too, but did he throw the flag? Yes,
No.
he did.
You got to be kidding me.
No, he threw it over there.
The ball's on the ground. He's diving for the ball. That's wow.
If the ball is
I'm
still
not sure
live,
how you throw that
if
flag.
they're still scooting around for the ball, that's a live play.
He didn't dive on the game. He was diving for it.
Diving for the ball. Yep, personal foul. I thought they was going to call that right there.
That's a bad call, John. He's diving in. The ball's on the ground. He's diving in for it. Just because the other person reaches out for it doesn't mean that he can stop midair because he dove.
No, you can't. You cannot stop midair. So with 8:03 remaining here, it's going to be 1st and 10 Casteel. That's going to push him past midfield to about the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Cruz, shotgun position. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side, lone back, looking to pass the ball, going to put a little arm under it, wide open, but he twists his receiver around. That's going to be an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
I'm not sure why they didn't throw personal foul on there as the defender got hit after the ball came to him.
I don't know. This one down here, the ball was still rolling around.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the receiver wasn't able to catch the ball. The ball had already gone off his fingers when he got hit, but incomplete pass. Brings it up second down.
2nd and 10 for Casteel. Cruz bringing his offense up to the line. He's going to send 3 out to the near side, 1 to the far side, lone back. Shotgun. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball again. Looking to the near side. Scrambling. Still looking. Going to dump it off. Got a big receiver. He's going to be pushed out of bounds right here on the near side at about the
35.
Yeah.
Wow, they're giving him a heck of a spot.
Heck of a spot. Way past the 35. Going to take him down to the 34.
Pickup of 8 on the play.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2. There's a handoff up the middle. Mac Johnson once again. And drive forward. It's going to be 1st down, Casteel.
Pickup of 11 yards there for Nick Johnson. And unfortunately, what's happening is our linebackers are nowhere to be found on this. The linebackers seem to be not coming up and being able to take a hit onto the running back.
I don't know if they're dropping back. They sent all the receivers out that time. Here he goes, looking to pass once again. Going to keep it himself.
Now, I'm not sure why that wasn't a flag as the defender hit, or the receiver hit the linebacker, Dylan Gabbard, but he hit him high and hit him in the head.
Hit him right in the head.
That should have been a personal foul for a blow to the head.
That's what I thought too,
But that's
right?
a pickup of 5.
That's a high hit. You're going to have to back it up if you're watching in HD. You can back that one up and look at it yourself. Gabbard's back up. 2nd down and 5. Gunner brings his offense to the line. Got 3 stacked up to the far side. There's the pitch to Johnson. Johnson's going to be brought down right there.
No pickup for Mac Johnson on there as we actually had a linebacker stick out there. He held his position. Well, actually,
James the working man Turner.
It was the defensive back who actually held his position, made Johnson turn in. The linebacker was able to come up and make the play.
3rd and 5, looking to pass the ball. Has a man going in the corner.
Intercepted.
Intercepted by Toon.
Again, Toon is a all-around player, whether at receiver or at defensive back. He has made sure that he has always been around his receiver. When the ball is thrown on that one, he was right with him. He made sure he stepped in front of the receiver and intercepted the ball, and he is just a phenomenal addition for the Show Low Cougars. Unfortunately, he is a senior, not going to be back next year for them.
No, they have a lot of good seniors on this ball team. That's why I just hate to see him not to get something positive going here. So 6:42 remaining here in the first half. Here comes McGinnis up to the line of scrimmage. Sends one out way far to the far side, one to the near side. I formation. Going to hand it off to James, a working man Turner, and they're all over that.
And there was nobody blocking on the right side of that line. He is going to lose one on the play. Turner is on that as he tried to get outside. And the unfortunate part is it seems like we're trying to do too much razzle-dazzle in the backfield instead of hand it off. We fake hand off to one, fake hand off to another, hand it off to a third, and by that time the liner already let their blocks go.
There's the snap. You can fake the handoff. McGinnis rolling to the far side. There's the pass. And they're going to say incomplete, out of bounds.
Now, John, I'm not sure, again, what McGinnis was seeing on that play. I know he had a receiver, kind of open there at about the 30. The problem is James Turner was open at about the 22, had nobody around him, and that was an easy. He could have just kind of shuffle passed it to him and allowed him to take off running. Instead, he tried to go for the long and, of course, an incomplete pass.
Here comes McGinnis, one to the far side, one to the near side. Lone back, looking to the coaching staff. It's like they're going to change something up here. McGinnis steps back. There's a snap. Looking to pass the ball. Under pressure, he's going to go down at about the 10-yard line.
See where they mark it. Mark it down at about the 11-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 8 on the play. And John, if the Show Low Cougars don't decide to make some sort of change here at halftime, this game's just going to get worse.
This game's going to get way out of hand if the Cougars don't make some changes on offense. So we got Toon back in his own end zone here to boot the ball. There's the snap. Going to get a nice boot on it. It's going to go to about the 42-yard line. Going to be taken there. And a nice tackle there by, who is that? Keegan Clark and number 21, Ethan Walker. Good tackles there. It's going to be 1st and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on these punt returns and stuff, but it looks like your receivers are coming down and they're more blocking the defender instead of trying to get to the punt returner. And so what happens is the punt returner has plenty of room to run because nobody's gotten to him by that time.
There's the snap. Cruz going to hand it off to Mack once again, but he's not going anywhere.
So he's taken down for a loss by Josh Chatterton as he came in from his linebacker position, shot in the backfield. It's going to be a 2-yard loss for Mac Johnson on that play.
Beautiful play by Chatterton. Here comes Cruz. Shotgun looking to pass the ball. Plenty of time, getting aired out deep. Has a man wide open. Touchdown, Casteel. That was blown coverage there. Who's that's going to get up back there?
Aaron Villalba is on that one. I'm trying to find the receiver number there. I think it's number 14, Colin Gapin. Colin Gapin's 6 foot, against Aaron Villalba, who says is 5'10", but
Villalba just got outran on that play, big time.
Easily on that one. So, and that was a, I believe it was like a 31-yard pass play for a touchdown.
There's a snap. It's down. It's up. It's good. Going to give the Casteel 35, Show Low Cougars 7. We're going to go back to the studio for a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Show Low Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. We're back in 30 seconds.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Show Low Ford, coming to you live from Casteel High School in beautiful Queen Creek, where everything is not beautiful for your Show Low Cougars. Show Low Cougars, after that touchdown, trail now 35-7. We're awaiting the kickoff here. We have 4:50 remaining here in the first half of this ball game. And there's the boot. Kind of a crazy looking kick. It's going to be taken at about the 7-yard line by Toon, and Toon's going to get it up to about the, it's going to take it to about the 28 according to this guy here. And there's a flag on the field. We're going to have to see what that amounts to. It's going to be 1st and 10 Cougars somewhere. We just don't know where after the flag and everything sorts out. They mark it over there at about the 28.
John, where do you see a flag?
I thought there was a flag on the far side of the field. Wow. And the announcer said it too. You heard him say it too.
I was looking for it. I
thought
never
it was
saw
coming
one.
way over there. Well, here comes McGinnis. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, lone back. Gonna hand it off to that lone back. That is Weston. Now you see me, now you don't, Kimes, and he's gonna scoot up there to about the.
It's gonna be a pickup of 6 on the play.
Be 2nd down and 4.
John, it's Toon just missed a block for him. Had he made the block, Kime could have been running a little bit longer.
There's a snap, and it's bobbled. And McGinnis didn't even go for the ball. And it's going to be Cougar ball still.
Ethan Walker on there. Smart play by Ethan Walker. He saw it as he quickly dove in. And that is going to be a loss of 12 on the play. We'll give that to McGinnis as McGinnis again allowed that ball to go right through his hands on a snap.
3rd and long for the Cougars once again. 3:50 and counting remaining here in the first half. McGinnis rolling out here to the near side. Has some time.
I didn't see what happened on that. I don't know if the ball just didn't get to.
Reedhead couldn't get to it or what right here. I don't either.
The ball kind of disappeared on him. They're going to get personal foul roughing the passer against the.
I didn't see the ball never got to Reedhead standing right here. I don't know what happened there.
I know I lost the ball somewhere around the 30-yard line, and Reedhead was standing at the 39 right on the sideline.
Standing right here, but the ball never made it to him. I don't know where the ball disappeared to. Somewhere in all the blue melee down there, the ball disappeared.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't count as a passing attempt because they had roughing the passer.
And it's 1st and 10.
We'll use that instead. So
we got 2 split out to the far side, 1 to the near side, lone back, shotgun. There's a snap. And hand it off right up the middle, and that's going to be a pickup of nothing, and that's a painful way to go down right there, that lineman.
That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play for Weston Kime.
Vidal Marino went down hard. They rolled up on the back of his legs.
Yeah, and the problem is, I think that was number 50. Who is number 50? Chris Tafoya, number 50, I think, playing on the guard spot, was just completely overpowered by 2 linemen and a linebacker.
So we got 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. That was almost a muffed snap again, and there goes McGinnis.
John, I don't know what the coach is calling on this. This is one of those that everybody was in the backfield trying to block for McGinnis. He only had 2 receivers out running around. And there was nothing there. And we're going to call that got a loss of 2 on the previous. And
that's a big loss there.
About 25 yards to go. So that's a loss of 13 on the play.
So we have 1 split out to the near side, 1 to the far side, I formation. McGinnis still talking to one of his backs back there. There's a snap, and McGinnis is going to get a screen off over there to the far side, and that's going to be a pickup of almost nothing. Going to pick up a few, and it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, John, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we're looking at the game, we're calling it and stuff. The offensive line doesn't seem to be, I mean, for the most part, they're holding the blocks on the inside. The outside, they're just way overwhelmed there because they know that they're not going to be able to throw the ball.
So Toon is back. There's a snap. Going to get a boot on it. Nice little punt. I thought he was going to go over his head once again. Going to be taken still on his feet. Rumbling, tumbling, nice spin move. And he's finally going to be pushed out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Well,
yeah, number 3, Jacob Yeager had an attempt, but for some reason he whiffed right on by him. The punt returner didn't put a move on. He was just running forward. Jacob Yeager ran right on by him. I think at the last minute he decided to put out an arm and made very little contact. So there just seems to be on all phases of the game here. Punt team, kick team, kick return team, offense, defense, they are just being manhandled.
They are being manhandled. 1:21 remaining here. It's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 31-yard line. Cruz back to pass, going to dump it off to number 2 right in the middle. Still has room to run. They're going to get an illegal block right over there. He tried to stop. Mac Johnson tried to stop. They're going to get him for an illegal block, I believe is what they're going to call over there. He tried to stop as the play, and you can hear the fans saying he didn't touch him, which I have to agree. He tried to stop. He didn't block him.
So, John, I'm trying to understand why we have Dylan Gabbard trying to cover a receiver.
Dylan Gabbard is your number 1 defensive player if you get him up there in the play. He's not a defensive back. That's going to back up the Colts, and they don't like that call, the fans don't. And that's going to back them up to about back to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be...
Well, that's a pickup of 2 yards.
Pickup of 2. It's going to be 1st and 8. There's the snap, looking to pass the ball. Gunner gets it off. Still on his feet, cuts back in, still bumping. Nobody's wrapping up. And he's going to go down to about the...
They're going to mark him down at about the 7-yard line, John. So a 23-yard pickup to number 3, Brent Goodwin.
Brent Goodwin. We got a new back out there going to get some yardage. Mac Johnson is normally the one who you're always calling here thus far.
Well, actually, Brent Goodwin was actually a slot receiver on that play. So again, John, it's one of those things where they... There's a touchdown, John. Sorry to interrupt on there.
Well, no, you got it. That was a quick little screen pass out here to the near side to, who was that, number 2?
Number 2.
Zach Nelson.
Yeah, they set up real quick on us, guys, and they basically had a double slot receiver set up and just did a quick pass to the slot receiver on this side, number 2, for an 8-yard touchdown run. And, John, what I was saying was number 3 was lining up in the slot, but for some reason, our linebackers, instead of the cornerbacks, are covering receivers. Usually linebackers are covering your running backs and your tight ends. They are not covering your receivers.
I don't understand. A lot of things are going on with the Cougars. Offense, defense, special teams, everything. That one's down. It's up, and it's good. That's going to bring the score to Casteel 42, Shiloh Cougars 7. The Cougars have to make some drastic changes here at halftime. They have to do some drastic things different. So we have 45.7 seconds here remaining in the first half. So we're going to see what they do here. 45.7 seconds remaining. So we're going to see what happens here. Let's take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Shiloh Ford.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Shiloh, 537-7771.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. That one's going to be taken by Toon at about the 10-yard line. Has a blocker out in front of him, still on his feet, getting to the outside. Finally going to be driven out of bounds over to about the, looks like about the 23rd, right about the 30-yard line, looks like. It's going to be 1st and 10, Sholo. 38.3 seconds remaining here in the first half. Cougars trail 42-7. There's not much I can say about this first half. If the Cougars do not make some changes in the second half of this ball game and get it a little bit closer, I don't even know what to say. So before I get too upset, I got to give a shout out, Fort Hood, Texas, to the, I was going to say to Trey and Cheyenne. I always got to give a shout out to my main man, my number one fan, the King of Kings, Harvey Levin Jr., my California connection. What's up, California connection? Hey, maybe he hooked up with Papa Bear. He's in California. He's not a connection in California. He's just a Papa Bear in California. Either way, they're both in California. We have 38.3 seconds here. I'm trying to keep from getting upset. It behooves me. I don't even know what that means. I just thought I'd throw that in to maybe get a laugh. It behooves me. It behooves me to try to figure out what's going on in this ball game. We come down here knowing that the Cougars had to do something different offensively that they've done all year long. And what they did was they come in here and tried the same exact thing that they've been doing all year long. And it's to no avail. It's 42-7. Cougars trail. So I'm just struggling with why they won't make some changes here. I just don't know. Here come the Cougars. 38.3 seconds remaining. We're going to see if they'll do something different right here before half. They're going to split out two to the near side, one to the far side. Lone back from the shotgun. Going to hand it off to Weston Kimes, going to the far side. Going to push him forward, and he's going to get up to about the...
I think it's going to be close to the 34, John. Waiting to see where they mark it. Oh, they're going to mark it back to the 33.
33-yard line, giving him 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Two to the far side, one to the near side. Lone back, there's a snap. Going to hand it off once again to Kimes. Kimes better off just to go down right there, and that's halftime. So going in at halftime here, it's the Casteel Colts 42, Sholo Cougars 7. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the Cable One halftime report. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. We'll be back with the Cable One halftime report in 2 minutes.
Your car is like an extension of you. So TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate, 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash-Car Washes Sholo. Like their page on Facebook.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. Clean the backyard. It's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. We are here down in Queen Creek, Arizona, as the Casteel Colts are hosting your own Sholo Cougars. Here at halftime, the Casteel Colts 42 and the Sholo Cougars 7. And it looked like this was just going to be a nice defensive game as the Sholo Cougars won the toss and were quickly shut down and had to punt the ball. The Casteel Colts got their ball and quickly after 3 plays were shut down and had to punt. Sholo Cougars get the ball and again they go through and unable to move the ball, quickly punt the ball, but the Casteel Colts quickly ran down after 3 plays. A 52-yard touchdown run for Mac Johnson as he just went straight up the middle and off the races he was. 52-yard touchdown run that put the Casteel Colts up 7-0. The following kickoff, the Casteel Colts lined up and showed that they were doing an onside, but it's not a normal onside that you would kind of squib kick it short and hard. This was a high little pooch punt, and this is where the Sholo Cougars really started kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Is at that point in time, the up linesman basically backpedaled for the ball instead of having the back linesman come up and field it. Instead, a lineman trying to handle the ball, fumbled the ball. The Casteel Colts got the ball, and quickly after another 4 plays, there they were in the end zone after a 31-yard touchdown run, again by Mac Johnson, as he has just been able to have his way however he wanted to with the Sholo Cougars. The stats that we have for the second quarter for the Casteel Colts, they were 6 of 8 in passing for 2 TDs and 1 interceptions for 104 yards. Rushing-wise, they had 5 rushing attempts, 1 touchdown run for 44 yards. On the flip side for the Sholo Cougars, their second quarter stats, 6 of 8 in passing for 67 yards, 12 rushing attempts for minus 38 yards. And the reason there's a minus 38 is 3 snaps in a row, Colton McGinnis just was unable to handle the snap, fumbled the ball backwards, and lost yardage completely for the Sholo Cougars. The unfortunate part about that is that happened after the Weston Keim had actually been able to get in on a 4-yard touchdown run. They were actually moving the ball and were unable to stop and move forward at that point in time. Let's go ahead. We'll take it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime report here in the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Face it. When you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
You are listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass Halftime Report. Here at halftime, the Casteel Colts 42 and your Sholo Cougars 7. This has been a all Casteel Colts game as they have just taken over from, 3 minutes into the game until now here at halftime as they have just put on a show and manhandled the Sholo Cougars. It doesn't seem like the Sholo Cougars are able to do anything right, whether it is on offense, defense, kickoff, kick return, punt, or punt return. They just seem to be having one heck of a night as they are trying to handle the Casteel Colts. The Casteel Colts are 4-0, and they are ranked number 1 here in the state in the 3A division. So we did expect there to be a tough game for the Sholo Cougars. However, after last week, John Jenkins coming onto the scene, we thought that there might be a little bit better chance for the Sholo Cougars. Instead, Colton McGinnis has come in. He's played better than last week, as right now he is 9 of 14 for 75 yards. The problem is on the passes that he needs to be hitting, those are the ones that he's missing. The Sholo Cougars are seeming to throw a lot of short passes. And so that is not boding well for the Sholo Cougars, as it's not like something that they are facing second and short, third and short. They are facing second and long, and when I'm saying long, it is 11 to 20 yards that they're facing, as they just seem to be shooting themselves in the foot. The offensive line is struggling to be able to hold their blocks. I don't know if it's something that they're just trying to pull a bunch of tomfoolery where they fake the handoff to a couple guys before they give it to the person they want, but by the time the running back's getting the ball, the defensive players are in the backfield, and there is no room to run, as Weston Kime has been struggling all night. He has not had the same defense that he was able to run against last week, where he was able to break the tackles and roam free. These Casteel Colts are very swarming teams, so once you get hit by one within another half second, you got 2, 3, 4 more guys on you. So it is a much different defense, and they are facing a much tougher opponent than they have ever faced this year. However, they need to start getting something going. We're going to take it back to the studio for another 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we will talk about what the Sholo Cougars need to do to be able to get back on track and move forward. You are listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass Halftime Show here on the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Your car is like an extension of you, so TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate, 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash Dash Car Wash in Sholo. Like their page on Facebook.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. Clean the backyard. It's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Auto Glass Halftime Report here in Queen Creek, Arizona, where the Casteel Colts are hosting your Show Low Cougars. Here at halftime, it is the Colts 42 and the Cougars 7. This has been an all Colts game as they have been able to manhandle the Cougars no matter what they were playing, whether offense, defense, kick return, punt, or punt return. It's just been an awful night for the Show Low Cougars, and in order for the Cougars to get on track, there has to be a couple things that need to change. Number one, I think they need to bring in the more mobile, more agile, and the better passer rating in John Jenkins, as John Jenkins has an arm that's better for him to be able to throw deep. He has a better mobility. He's able to run a little faster, make some moves to make some defenders miss him. And right now, at this point in time, if the offensive linemen aren't going to be able to hold their blocks as long as they need to, that's exactly what's going to have to happen on the offense for the Show Low Cougars. As the Colts have basically lined up 9 men in the box to be able to defend against the Show Low Cougars, knowing that McGinnis is not able to hit a long pass and be able to hit his receivers. And McGinnis has been fumbling the ball quite a bit, not able to handle the snaps, and that's just been not a good scene for the Show Low Cougars. On the defensive end of the ball, it's been a disaster in and of itself. The Show Low Cougars in their first game when they faced Round Valley, they ran a 3-4 defense where they lined up the nose tackle on the center as they should, but they line up their defensive tackles on the tackles of the offensive linemen. The only problem that creates is that the guards are then able to move and get back onto the linebackers. If there's any motion coming in, the offensive linemen can easily kick people out so that nobody is able to get to the middle of the field, and that's going to allow the defense to basically be manhandled and not be able to make runs. We saw there on the last few plays of the game in the halftime there that 2 plays there, a 31, if I can pull back here, a 38-yard pass followed by a 30-yard touchdown run, 2 plays back-to-back, and those occurred because in the first play that the 38-yard touchdown pass, the Show Low Cougars lined up 3 men and only rushed 3 men, and yet for some reason there were 2 wide receivers that were wide open. Nobody was covering them. So they blew the coverage, but they gave the quarterback a good 5-6 seconds to be able to throw the ball and find the man wide open downfield for the 38-yard. The next play, they're on the 30-yard line, and of course, on the snap of the ball, the nose tackle comes in. He's unable to make a play as he's basically manhandled by 2 defenders, or 2 of the linesmen, and unfortunately at that point in time, Mac Johnson got the ball, and he just rushed straight up the middle and cut to the outside, and he had all day to run because there was nobody else around. The only player that was basically defending at that time was on the ground, and he had open room. So the Cougars have to do a different thing. Normally on a 3-4 defense, the defensive tackles are usually lined up just outside shade of the guards, and that way they basically keep the guards from getting to the linebackers. They're able to chip. They're able to get in the backfield and create a little bit of commotion, and that's not been happening. And the only reason we can go through and say that a 3-4 is a defense, that's how they run it. That is exactly how the Casteel Colts are running. They are also running a 3-4 defense where the 3 defensive linemen are lining up on the guards and the center, and at that point in time, the linebackers are lining up outside shade of the defensive tackles, and it is just creating havoc left and right. A 3-4 defense is a good one, and John, I'm glad you just sat down and joined us talking about the 3-4. The Pittsburgh Steelers is one of the teams that run a great 3-4, and they are always a good defensive team. And so it's just been tough for the Show Low Cougars getting anything moving, offense and defense.
You know, the Cougars line up that center, or the nose guard, and then they put their 2 and 3 man, you'll call them, you're running the 3-4, putting their 2 and 3 man lined up kind of like a defensive end. They're leaving the middle wide open, and they rush a lot. And that doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. The running back has until you get to the linebackers before anybody's even there to say hello to.
And at that point in time, the linebackers aren't there because the guards have already moved down and taken them out. So it's just been very tough for them.
So it's wide open running, and you have that
Game of the week, presented by Sholo Ford.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Cable One, the face of fast.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
You are listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime report. Here in Queen Creek, Arizona, the Casteel Colts are hosting your own Sholo Cougars. At halftime, it is the Colts 42, the Sholo Cougars 7. We didn't get another update, John, of the games in progress. I believe it was St. John's down in Morenci scored another touchdown. They are leading 20-12 at this point. In the NFL game, you have the Los Angeles Rams beat the San Francisco 49ers Thursday night, 41-39. Here in college, top 25, South Florida 43, Temple 7. That is a final. And here we are in the second quarter, number 23, Utah facing Arizona. They are leading 10-3, currently 4th and goal at the Arizona 8. So a couple other updates that have been going on and stuff. And John, I'm not sure what to say kind of up in the second half here of this game. It sure seems like it is going to be a tough night for the Cougars.
Cougars going to have to do something to get going here. The Cougars going to have to kick off here to start the second half of this ball game. And I don't know what they're going to do. I really don't. They got to. It's obvious that we have to have some coaching change. I mean, some quarterback changes. And I don't know, looking across the field, I'm not sure if they're going to do that, really. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see there. But we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and listening to the Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime report. That does conclude our Black Diamond Auto Glass halftime report. Here at halftime, the Colts leading 42-7 over the Cougars. Thank you very much for listening. We expect you back here to start the second half. Let's take it back to the studio for a 2-minute timeout. You're listening.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Your car is like an extension of you. So TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate, 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash Dash Car Wash in Sholo. Like their page on Facebook.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. Clean the backyard. It's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Coming to you live from Casteel High School in Queen Creek, Arizona, where it's the Casteel Colts 42, your Sholo Cougars 7. And if things haven't gotten bad enough, the Cougars are going to have to kick off to start the second half here. So they're going to have to give the ball away starting right off.
I guess the good thing is you don't have to worry about McGinnis missing that snap on the first part of the second half.
We've had some troubling times here this evening, without a doubt. I would like to see some things change. We're just going to have to wait and see. We're going to go back to the studio. What the deal is here is we have to wait for television timeout here. So we're going to go back, pay some bills for 30 more seconds, and we'll be right back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com.
Face it. When you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Yes! Cable One, the face of fast.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Stop in and see Guy Hatch and his staff at Sholo Ford. Tell them thank you for bringing these live broadcasts to you. They got the hottest product in the automobile industry. That's Sholo Ford. We're coming to you live from Casteel High School, home of the Casteel Colts from beautiful Queen Creek. It is a beautiful night tonight. It was hot earlier. Not so bad tonight. Where it's the Sholo Cougars 7, the Casteel Colts 42, and the Cougars are back to kick off to start the second half here. Gonna get a boot on it. Nice kickoff. Gonna take him back to about the 8-yard line, still on his feet. He's wide open. The Cougars have a man completely down over there. And that's gonna be a touchdown for Casteel to start off the second half, and we have an injured player. Cougar down on the field.
That's going to be Jan Ramirez. Is that his
That's
last name?
it. John,
the kicker.
The
He's
kicker.
down again. He saw this happen to him last week. He went through and did the kick and came up a little lame with his either his calf or his ankle. He had to tape it and came out gingerly. So obviously he hasn't, helped out there. But
Completely healed.
yeah, the kick was received right there at the far hash mark at the 7. Came forward up about to the 20, cut it into the middle of the field where he had plenty of room to run. It looked like Toon might have a chance, but he got a little peeled off by one of the kick return team. Peeled him there, so he was able to miss. And then we had a collision between Weston and Kime and Vidal Marino, who collided just before they were about ready to hit the return man, and that's what freed him open, and there he ran for a 93-yard touchdown kickoff return.
So here come the Casteel Colts to the line of scrimmage for the point after. Score now 48-7. Casteel on top. I hope the Cougars use this as a growing experience. I hope to see some different offense come in here. We'll have to wait and see. The kicker's out there. There's the snap. It's down. It's up. It's good. Mark to score. Casteel 49. Sholo 7. And that didn't take long. 11:46 remaining here in the ball game. In the third quarter. That touchdown was quick.
Well, John, I was going to say the offense for the Sholo Cougars, one of the good reasons for them to not have to worry about getting the ball first. Hopefully the Cougar offense would have a lot more time to be able to talk about what they needed to do and get themselves psyched out. But unfortunately, 14 seconds into the second half, they're going to get the ball right back as the Casteel Colts 93-yard touchdown return just been kind of tough for them.
And it looks like we're going to have a television timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from beautiful Queen Creek, Casteel High School, where it's been a Casteel runaway. Casteel 49, Sholo 7. We're looking to see if Sholo can get something going here. We're on a television timeout for the AIA. We're awaiting them. We're going to see, I can't tell who they have lined up to come out for the Sholo Cougar offense, because we just have the kickoff team over there, kick return team, so we'll have to wait and see. It looks like they're still talking to McGinnis, and I just hate to say it, but McGinnis isn't the answer here. We're going to have to get somebody who can scramble out there for whatever reason, but we're going to go back and take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com. Back in 30.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, where we're fixing to get underway here. 11:46 remaining. Casteel come out in the third quarter. Got a big run back. Looks like Reedhead's going to come in here, sliding over here on the up man side, and we're waiting the kickoff, and there's the kick. It's going to go deep. It's going to be taken by Toon at about the 10-yard line, trying to get to the outside, and he's going to be racked up big time by everybody over at about the 20-yard line. It's going to be First and 10, Sholo.
Yeah, John, and again, there was no blocking whatsoever on that kick return, as that was a player who just was right in the middle of the field, ran straight down right in the middle of the field all the way until he got to tune. Nobody touched him. He just went through wherever he was. The kick return team for the Sholo Cougars were just nowhere to be seen on that one.
Everybody seems to be playing pretty lackluster here for the Cougars. We have McGinnis back in the ball game. 2 split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lone back, Weston Kimes. There's a snap. Quick pass to the far side. Can't get a hand on him. Finally do. That is going to be Keegan Clark over there on the far side. It's going to be a pickup of about 5.
See where they mark it. Yep, pick up a 5 on the play.
Be second down and 5 here for the Cougars. 11:04 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. Cougars have a long ways to go and a short time to get there. Got 2 split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lone back. There's McGinnis going to hand it off to that lone back. Weston Kimes tries to bump out to the outside. Going to get, no, I don't know if he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I think that's going to be a loss of a yard on the play. See where they mark it.
Yeah, it's going to move him back a little ways.
Yep, loss of a yard on the play for Weston Kime. Again, like I said, there's nobody out there that seems to be holding the block for the Sholo Cougars, as the defensive line for the Casteel Colts are manhandling them all night long.
Here comes the Cougars. 2 split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. They can't decide where they want Walker to go to. Lone back. There's the snap. McGinnis looking to pass the ball. And that's a out passes. Overthrows Herschel Walker over there by about 2 yards. And that's going to be incomplete pass. 4th down.
Yep. John, not sure what to say at this point in time.
They're sending McGinnis back out on the field.
Yeah, I don't know why they would. They should be punting in this.
I don't
instead
know.
Instead of going for it.
Here come the Cougars. 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. There's the snap. Looking to pass the ball once again. Going to air it out deep. And almost intercepted, incomplete, and the Cougars are going to turn the ball over on down.
And John, he had him wide open. Keegan Clark was wide open. The problem was the ball just hung up in the air way too long. Had he put that on a rope, it would have been a different one there, and Keegan Clark could have still been running. Instead, they're going to turn the ball over at their own 28-yard line. And
I'm not sure if I understand that, turning the ball over on downs at your own 28-yard line.
Yeah, John, I got a couple updates. St. John's 28, Morenci 12, as St. John seems to be starting to pull away, and Round Valley 59, San Carlos 0.
Sounds to me like St. John's finally kicking in. Cougars have a substitute coming in here. Coming way over here to the far side. And there goes Hunter, going to get a little screen pass out to the far side, still on his feet, and into the end zone.
And John, the Casteel Colts got away with a hold on that play.
No touchdown, though. They're going to mark him out at about the 2-yard line.
So that would be a 25-yard pass play to number 3, Brant Goodwin. But again, John, I'm not sure where the defender was that should have been covering him, but he was nowhere to be found.
And here goes their short yardage offense, going to hand it off, and he's going to be brought down immediately. That is number 52.
Weston Kime. Yeah, Weston Kime quickly in the backfield, shot in from his outside linebacker position. That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
I had number 52 in on the tackle, Vidal Marino. But they're going to go short yardage offense once again. There's a snap. Catch the Cougars a little bit off guard. Going to pass the ball wide open. Wide open.
Nobody covering the receiver coming out.
Number 22, Trayson Neff. Looked like he was your coverage man. Over his head, touchdown. 55-7 now the score.
Yeah, it's just going to be a long night here. Jamie Lewis is the receiver there for the touchdown.
8:20 remaining here in the third quarter. I don't know why the Sholo Cougars coaching staff won't make a change on offense. I can't understand that. The kick's up. It's good. Bring the score. Casteel 56. Show Cougars 7.
Yeah, this is definitely a number one team here in the Casteel Colts. They have just been on fire all night long, and nothing's gone wrong for them. So, and of course, you can see now that they are no longer down in front of that TV screen there after the offense and defense comes in. They've kind of figured out what they need to do, and they've been doing it.
There's not much. The Cougars are trying to do the same thing over and over, expecting different results, and I don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough night here. It will definitely be a long bus ride home.
Someone in the crowd brought up the word insanity. That's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I think that's you have to kind of talk about the Cougars like that. I hate to say it, but I didn't bring it up. Someone in the crowd, when I went down at halftime to go to the bathroom, they brought it up. So we're waiting the kickoff here, and they're going to get a boot on it, and it's going to make it back to the deep man. Herschel Walker there to block. He tries to put on a block, can't get it. That's going to be brought down about the 26-yard line. That was James the working man Turner on the return.
Yeah, the problem on that, John, and just like we saw when they played in Round Valley, is the return team, the way it usually sets up is you try to create a wedge to help block for your return man. The unfortunate part is this wedge is nowhere to be seen by the time the ball gets to the back. They form and then quickly disperse, and there's nobody there to block for the return.
So here comes your Cougar offense. They're going to stack them up on the far side. Lone back, Weston Kimes, shotgun. There's a snap. Going to fake the handoff. Going to hand it off to Reedhead coming this way. He has nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide.
It's going to be a loss of a yard on that play. And again, John, it's one of those, hey, I'm not sure what they're trying to do. It just seems like a bunch of tomfoolery. We'll fake this handoff, hand it off to the guy in motion. The problem is by that time, all the defensive linesmen are in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish here. They're getting nowhere with the plays that they're running. There's a snap rolling out to the far side, looking to pass the ball, going to dump it off to Herschel Walker, still on his feet. Good move by Walker. He's going to pick up about 9 yards.
Let's see where they spot it.
No, maybe about 8.
Nope, you are right, John. That is a 9-yard pickup because they did lose one.
Yep, there you go. So now it's going to be third, and I'm going to call it 3rd and short because the Cougars have such a hard time getting 3rd down.
It's a 3rd and 2, John.
They're going to split out, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Lone back is Weston Kimes from the shotgun. There's the snap to McGinnis. Going to hand it off to Weston Kimes. He's going to try to push forward. That's going to be 1st and 10 Cougars.
So they mark the ball. I think that's going to be a pickup of 4.
The announcer says a healthy mark. I thought it was an okay mark there, really.
John, I got another update. Round Valley 66, San Carlos 0.
66-0. I think it's time just to punt the ball. Here come the Cougars. They're going to split out. They're going to stack them up on the far side. Going to fake the handoff, rolling out to the near side here, looking to pass the ball. And that's going to be intercepted. Nope, incomplete.
Dropped the ball.
Dropped it. Should have been intercepted.
Yeah, the ball was thrown so slow, late to get there to Aaron Villalba. Number 25 were stepping right in front of the receiver at that point in time. Apparently the two of them were fighting to see who could get the interception.
And they knocked it out of each other's hands. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. 6 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
That's a plus there for the Sholo Cougars, something that went right for them.
Yeah.
We're building.
McGinnis still in there. Going to bring his offense to the line. They're going to stack him up on the far side once again. Lone back, Weston Kimes. One split out here to the near side. Shotgun. There's the snap. Going to roll out here to the, and he's going to just throw it away out of bounds. That's going to be 3rd and 10.
And he is lucky they didn't throw intentional grounding because he was not outside there. And
wasn't even close to outside the pocket.
you know, kind of the sad part is he had Weston Kime wide open right there. When he did his little move there and stuff, all he had to do was throw the ball to Weston Kime, and Weston Kime could have picked up at least 5 yards. Instead, it's an incomplete pass, and they're facing
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. And of course, here they are, everybody up in the box and stuff, not having to worry about a deep pass.
Loading the box, pretty much loading the box. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, rolling out to the near side. That one's way out of bounds, way over the head of the would-be receiver.
Yeah, that hit one of the assistant coaches for the Casteel Colts on the sideline here. Another incomplete pass.
So surely they won't go for it here once again and turn the ball over on downs that deep. McGinnis leaving the field, I believe. Nope, they're going to send him back in.
You know, John, I'm sorry, but this type here reminds me of the movie Tin Cup, where he just keeps going for it. All he had to do is chip up on there. Instead, he keeps dropping and
just
whiffing
driving,
it too bad.
Trying to drive it and trying to drive it. Here come the Cougars, 2 split out to the near side, 1 to the far side. There's the snap, looking to pass the ball and air it out, and that one's picked off. Now it's going the other way. Gets a good block there on down to the 20-yard line, and he's going to be taken down at about the...
You know, John, I guess you got to look at the positive side on that. That is only the first interception that Colton McGinnis has thrown tonight. And with the Casteel Colts actually averaging 5 interceptions a game, at least you're holding them behind their averages, at least in one of the fields.
Yes, I guess so.
Positives, John, positives.
Trying to be positive here as a Sholo Cougar fan. It is hard to be positive. So here goes the Casteel Colts, 56-7, 4 minutes and counting remaining here in the 3rd quarter. There goes a man in motion. Gunner's going to hand it off up the middle. No defense as of yet, and they're finally going to bring him down at about the 4-yard line, looks like.
Going to be a pickup of 11 for Mac Johnson on that play. Again, no rush to get in the backfield, and he actually had every chance and opportunity needed to be able to get into the end zone. And luckily, a couple of the Cougars were able to stop him.
So that's going to bring up 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle. Touchdown, Casteel.
Trying to catch, I think that was number 18. At least that's what it looked like. Number 18, Jace Knutson. Yep. That was a 4-yard touchdown run by Jace Knutson. And the sad part is he wasn't touched until he was a yard in the end zone.
In the end zone. 3:27 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the point after attempt. 62-7 is the score. It's down, it's up, it's good. Mark the score, Casteel 63. Sholo Cougars 7. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, streaming live in HD at KWKM.com.
Your car is like an extension of you. So TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate, 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash Car Wash in Sholo. Like their page on Facebook.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services, from free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
Black Diamond. We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. There's a kickoff taken by James Turner at about the 5-yard line. He's going to cut up the middle and going to get it back to about the 28-yard line. First and 10, Sholo Cougars.
Yeah, they actually had a little bit of a blocking thing from the wedge. The unfortunate part is where they set up is where they got tackled.
So here comes McGinnis, shotgun position, two to the far side, one to the near side, rolling out to the far side. And under pressure now, going to try to dump it off up the middle, almost intercepted.
Yeah, number 21 almost picked that one off again. So another errant pass there. And now here we are starting the second half, and McGinnis is now 2 for 9 for 14 yards and 1 interception.
Here comes McGinnis back out on the field. Going to send out one to the far side. Going to stack up 3 of them here on the near side. On the near side, lone back. Weston Kimes going to roll out here to the near side, looking to pass the ball, and going to throw it. He had him wide open right there, Herschel Walker, and he throws it out of bounds.
All right, so let me get this straight. So Herschel Walker is 5'7". I think they needed 4 Herschel Walkers height-wise for him to be able to get that ball. And unfortunately, right here at the 45-yard line in front of us, he had a wide open wide receiver. Instead, he threw the ball high and outside.
Third down, 3rd and 10 for the Cougars. I don't know how, if you have a man wide open, if you're going to pick up 5 yards, why not take the 5 yards instead of being 3rd and 10? And there's the snap. Going to hand it off. Little draw play. Still on his feet, still going. Weston Kimes. And that's going to be 1st and 10 on Weston Kimes.
As a 17-yard pickup by Weston Kime, and that is the bright spot here for.
And Weston comes up limping and headed to the sideline.
Well, they did have a hold of his ankle when he was trying to make some maneuvers and stuff, and you know you got to give a lot of kudos to Weston Kime as he tries to make everything he can when he makes,
Trying to make something happen. Here come the Cougars. We got one split out to the near side, 2 to the far side. Lone back. Got a man in motion. There's the snap. Rolling out to the far side, looking to dump it off to Herschel Walker, and he's hit immediately for a loss of yardage.
Well, John, on that one, that was one of those that they've already ran that play 3 or 4 times. You know it's coming, and it just doesn't go anywhere for them. Got another update. So St. John's is finally pulling on the accelerator here as they've scored again. St. John's 34, Morenci 12. Just took them a little while to get them going.
St. John's kicking it in, and that is their second home game. They're at home this week. So you know the hometown crowd is happy to hear that. Happy to see that there in St. John's. Congratulations to the Redskin fans over there finally turning it on. And here come the Cougars. Going to hand it off. James, the working man Turner, trying to get to the outside, just nowhere to run to. Going to be brought down right about the line of scrimmage.
No, he actually is going to pick up
a yard.
Close to 2 yards. Let's see where they mark it. It's a little short of 2 yards there. He gets at least 1 for that, but good news is the third quarter is now over there, John.
Third quarter is over. We're going into the fourth quarter. I don't see how you got 1 out of that game, but I'm going to go ahead and let you have it.
Well, remember, they lost the yard on the previous play.
Oh, yes, they did. You're right.
And he got back past the original line of scrimmage.
Watch your chair, because they're going to come out right now.
No, they're not.
Oh, I think they are. It's going to be going into the fourth quarter here with Casteel 63, Sholo Cougars 7. We're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. Clean the backyard. It's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
We're here so you don't have to quit fishing or tell the grandkids you can't keep up with them anymore. Wouldn't it be nice to get back in the gym again or be able to play a full 18 like the old days?
Summit Healthcare offers this active community the latest in orthopedic procedures. Whether it's a sports injury, total joint replacement, or something else, have your surgery and rehab right here at home.
Get the most out of life again. Visit summithealthortho.net today.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. Where it's the Casteel Colts 63, Sholo Cougars 7. This has been, I don't even know if I can say it's been a learning experience for the Cougars. I don't know really what you can say. Here comes Colt McGinnis back on the field for the Cougars. It is 3rd and 9 is the best you can say there. Cougars going to split out 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Lone back, Weston Kimes. There's the snap. Quick pass. They tried to get a quick pass off to Clark, and he's going to get it up to, it's going to be a couple yards short. It's going to bring up 4th down, about close to 2 yards. Oh, right at 2 yards.
Think of an 8 on that play, and at least, they have a short yardage to go.
And they're going to send McGinnis back in. They're going to split out 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Lone back, looking to pass the ball. Quick pass to Herschel Walker, and it's a short pass. It's just bad play selection there. If you don't get a play that's going to go to the first yard marker, it's going to come up short, and they're going to turn the ball over on downs.
See where they're going to mark this so I know what loss they need to take. No, they're going to mark it right at the sticks there, right at the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Thrown to Ethan Walker, and like you said, John, not sure what you're thinking, but when you're facing 4th down, it doesn't help that you throw a pass play that is 2 yards short.
You got to get it to
first down.
You got to get it to the sticks.
But at the same point in time, you can't necessarily blame McGinnis on that. That is Ethan Walker's job to make sure he's at the first down marker.
Well, there you go. I think it's a bad play selection by the coaching staff.
I won't disagree with you on that one.
There you go. So here come the Colts. Fake the handoff, pass it out to the far outside, still on his feet. Juking and jiving, going to be brought down. Ball's loose. And
let's see who got that. James Turner was the one who put the hit on him. He put a massive hit.
We're going to see where they're going to mark it at.
Let's see who gets the ball.
They're going to say
Sholo Cougar get the ball.
Cougar ball. So we're going to see maybe they get something positive going here in the 4th corner.
Yeah, so that was a 3-yard pickup on the play, but James Turner, who came off from the linebacker position, came in and almost put a hit on the quarterback, actually went running right back out again and put a hit on that receiver that caused that fumble.
So we're going to see what happens here. Here come the Cougars. They're going to split out 2 to the near side here, 1 to the far side. Lone back, Weston Kimes. There's the snap, rolling out to the near side here. Under pressure, and he's going to go down at about the 40-yard line.
So he had 2 receivers, one at about the 47 and one at the 40 that were wide open. I won't say wide open. They had somebody cover him, but they had 2 steps on their defender. And I'm not sure what he was looking at, where he was trying to throw, but that was a loss for no reason.
He had receivers there he could have thrown the ball to. So here come the Cougars back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun position, 1 to the far side, 2 to the near side, lone back. There's the snap. Going to try that drop play again, and they tried it a while ago, and it worked.
And he's getting around here as he's going. That'll be a pickup of 1 on the play.
Pickup of 1. About 1. Oh, are they going to say gain of 4? I don't know how they got a gain of 4 out of that. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 16. He's going to want right back out. So here come the Cougars back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down and long. Third down about 15. Going to send 2 out here to the near side, 1 to the far side. There's a snap. McGinnis looking to the far side, going to try to air it out, and they're just playing outfield over there.
But I'm not sure who we're going to get
flag.
the interference on.
I don't either. I'm not sure either, but they're going to call it.
Well, I know it's pass interference. I just don't know if it's on the offensive player for trying to break the thing up before time.
On the defense. Pass interference on the defense. That's going to be 1st and 10.
No, it will not,
no,
John.
No, it will not. Still going to be short about.
It's going to make it 3rd and about 2.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
It was 3rd and 17. They get 15 yards.
What a prediction there. 3rd and 2. He got that one right.
So 3rd and short.
So here come 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Lone back, shotgun position. There's the snap. They're going to dump it off, and if that hadn't been tipped, you could almost got pass interference again right there, but the ball had already been tipped.
Yeah, John, again, I questioned the play calling on that. I don't know why you would want to go and continue to do something like that. There's no reason, no need to, go that route. I mean, you have this whole wide of the field right here. Why not put your trips there and the single to the side over here and try to get that play there?
Here goes McGinnis. Acts like he's waiting for the snap. Hadn't got it yet. Finally gets it. Going to try to give it to Weston Kimes, and there's nowhere to go. Look at all your blockers up there and all your people back here making the tackle.
The unfortunate part is you only have one man, number 52, but Al Marino, who was in there trying to block, but he was trying to block 4 of the Casteel Colts, so I'm not sure what they were doing at that point in time.
So we're going to take a television timeout for 1 minute. We'll be back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Face it, when you're feeling frustrated with slow internet, it shows. So stream without the buffering with Cable One high-speed internet. It has up to 100 megabits of blazing speed, and that's faster than those other internet guys. So no matter how many devices you have on at the same time, it's always fast. And that speed, that's written all over your face. Cable One, the face of fast.
Hey guys, who wants pizza?
Pizza Factory is the real best place for pizza and Italian cuisine. It's been a staple in the White Mountain community for 24 years. They have something for mom, dad, and the kiddos, like a huge arcade and 3 big flat screen TVs. Pizza Factory is open 7 days a week with a buffet Monday through Friday, daily specials, and a salad bar. They are now scheduling birthday, team, or graduation parties, pastas, calzones, specialty pizzas, and more. We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory in the Old Town Square Plaza in Sholo, 537-7771.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from Casteel High School in Queen Creek, where it's been anything but a good night for your Sholo Cougars. It's the Casteel Colts on top of the Cougars, 63-7. We're on an AIA official television timeout here. I don't even know what to say. This has been a struggle. I thought after the last game the Cougars would come in here with a different offensive mind set up, which they didn't. And it's shown with the score 63-7. Here come the Colts back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Cougars defense. And I assume we still have Gunner out there for the Colts. He's shotgun. There's a snap. No, and that is not him. Still on his feet, and rumbling is. Who was that on the handoff there?
Nick Garvey, number 7's the new quarterback.
Number 7 is the new quarterback, Nick Garvey, and that run was number 25, wasn't it?
Knutson, he said.
Knutson?
Which is,
Oh, we'll get to call him again. No, this is. Number 18 still on his feet, still moving. Finally brought down at about 35-yard line. Going to be 1st and 10.
Pick up a 16 on the play there, and that was all Jace Knudsen as he was just spinning around left and right.
Just rolling off the would-be tacklers. There's another handoff coming here to the near side. Oh.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold
Yeah, that's
there.
a hold on Reedhead right there. They're going to bring that one back.
Yeah, that call will go against Taylor Driscoll as he had a handful of jersey trying to keep Reedhead from getting out to make the play. So from the 23, mark it back to the 33. So that will be a 3-yard gain on that penalty.
Still going to be a gain. And they're advertising award-winning Italian cuisine, and I'm starving.
I am too.
I wish they wouldn't advertise that right now. So here comes your quarterback here. This is Nick, right? Number 7. Yes, Nick is coming out. Quarterback, it is 1st down and about 8. 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Man in motion, gonna fake the pass, keep it himself. Gonna cut back to the inside, still on his feet. Still, he's gonna lose yards now, and he's gonna be brought down. He would have gained about another 8 yards had he decided to keep going forward.
He did run backwards, but
he ran backwards big time.
That's a 11-yard pickup by Harvey on that play.
And that's going to be 1st and 10. We have 6:10 and counting remaining here in the ball game. Cougars trail. That's about all I'm going to say about that. It's Cougars trail. We're awaiting the snap. There he is. Shotgun, going to hand it off, going right up the middle. Going to be wrestled down at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, pick up a 5 on the play.
Here comes Arve up to the line of scrimmage, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side, lone back, shotgun. There's a snap, looking to pass the ball, going to drill it into number 17. That's how you get the ball to a receiver right there. You just zip it. You can't air it out. They're going to get the ball down to about the, 13-yard line?
Yep, with a yard to go.
5:18 and counting remaining here in the ball game. Arve, there's a snap, going to hand it off to number 18. Still on his feet, cutting to the outside. Going to be brought down by number 52.
It's going to be a pick up a 5 on the play by Jace Knudsen.
And James, the working man Turner, was in on that play, and he's hurt, I believe. No, James, the working man Turner's still in there. Yeah, and they're going to call a timeout to get James Turner off the field.
Yeah, quite honestly, John, I don't even know why the starters are still in the game.
I don't either. I can't figure that one out. Score 63-7. You're looking at getting your number 1 players hurt. I don't understand that at all.
That's why you and I are not the coach.
Apparently so. I don't know. There's a handoff right up the middle. Dive forward, still on his feet. They're going to push him in the end zone.
Yeah, the whole pile started about the 3-yard line, and it just continued to move and move and move. And that is I marked that. Yes. That was an 8-yard touchdown run by Jace Knudsen. As everything continues to go right for the Casteel Colts.
So Casteel's out there for the point after. Just like you have a little confusion. And the kicker doesn't look confused. He's just ready to kick the ball. Here comes another player out. There's 1 player short. Number 9's running in to get up there on the line. And there's a snap. They get it down. It's up, and it's good. It's going to bring a score
70-7.
70-7. And we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford. Back in 60 seconds.
Your car is like an extension of you. So TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services is exactly who you will call to take extra care and pride in making your car look its best all around. People are talking about TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services and the amazing work they do for your vehicle. They offer hand washes or power washes, plus interior detailing starting at $80 and exterior detailing starting at $100. Please call for an estimate 928-537-8377. TEPS Cleaning and Detail Services at Splash Car Wash in Show. Like their page on Facebook.
When you live on the mountain, you have access to the trusted doctors that you and your family need right here at home. Summit Healthcare has brought more physicians and specialties to the area than ever before. From primary care to orthopedics, cardiology, women's care, and much more. You no longer need to look anywhere else. And with offices conveniently located throughout the White Mountains, our doctors are nearby. So next time you need a doctor, turn to Summit Healthcare.
Welcome back to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week, presented by Sholo Ford, coming to you live from Casteel High School, where it's Casteel Colts taking on your Sholo Cougars, and I'm not going to tell you the score. So, nanny, boo-boo. There's a kickoff to the Cougars. It's going to be taken at about the 7-yard line, right up the middle. I don't even know who that was. That was somebody new back there. That was Aaron Bialba back there to return the kickoff. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. And here comes Colt McGinnis. Back out on the field.
No, doubler.
No, doubler. Wow, they waited till 3:56 remaining in the ball game to bring in doubler.
Where's Jenkins?
I don't know. Jenkins got hurt last night.
You're kidding, right?
Jenkins jammed his neck in a JV game.
Wow.
So here comes doubler. They got 3 stacked up here on the near side, 1 to the far side, lone back. Doubler rolling out here to the outside, looking to pass the ball. A little bit behind his receiver, Reedhead, going to go incomplete. But that brings a whole different aspect to the ball game right there.
I thought the receiver was number 34, J.J. Nichols for the Casteel Colts, as he was the only one around him.
I said it was a little bit behind Reedhead. I just didn't say how far. So, but I like seeing something different. Doubler coming back out here, 3:20 run remaining in the ball game. I would pound my chest if Doubler could drive down the field and score. Pound my chest. You heard that right, listeners. I would pound my chest like Tarzan. There's a snap. Doubler back. There's a quick pass over the head of the would-be receiver, Bialba. And incomplete pass, 3rd and 10.
John, unfortunately there, Doubler is a freshman. Is that correct?
Doubler could be a freshman.
Yes. Blake Doubler is a freshman, and to expect him to come out into this type of a scenario, even though he's playing second string, I just don't see it happening because he looks like he wants to do well, but it's just not there.
If they could have made change back in the first half, Doubler could be warmed up right now and playing. There's a snap. Doubler's going to hand it off to Weston Kimes, and poor Weston Kimes should not be in the ball game right now.
Well, John, and this is like we talked about last week when they were playing and they blew out the opposing team last week, and we were wondering why they didn't put in some other people and stuff and play their second and third string players, and this is exactly why. So, had on these couple times when they blew the game out and stuff, had they brought in Doubler and stuff to play instead, he would actually have more experience right now playing at this level.
You're exactly right.
And this is exactly why, so that they can come into a game and do better than what they're doing now. So it's not necessarily Doubler's fault as much as the coaching staff for not putting in their second and third string when they're up by 30, 40 points a game.
I don't understand it at all. There's a little pooch kick by Doubler. Nobody back to return it. It's going to take a Sholo bounce and go down to the Reedhead. Tried to kick it and give it a little Sholo boost there. The official even smiled about that. He thought that was funny. Anything to help. All I have to say to the coaching staff of the Sholo Cougars is this. You cannot reinvent the wheel. The wheel is round, and it's going to roll. The wheel is probably the greatest invention ever. You cannot reinvent it. Let it roll. Let it roll. If you have something that will help it roll, put it in there. If what you're putting in there stops it from rolling, then get it out of the way. That's about all I got to say about that. I don't know what else to say. There's a handoff. Nope, faked me out. Maybe it's all of us that can't see. Still on his feet, still moving. Reedhead trying to get over there. Gets past Reedhead twice. Going to be brought down at about the 12-yard line. The only thing good about that play is it's about run all the time off the clock. 40 seconds and counting remaining here in the ball game. And they're trying to wait for the chain gain to get down the field, and that's helping us. A slow chain gain is helping the Cougars.
That was a 62-yard touchdown run. And
Well,
hopefully this will be the last play of the game.
But it wasn't a touchdown run. There's a handoff, and they're going to get him down right there, and that's going to be the last play of the game, I think. 15, 14, 13.
That should be the last
12,
play of the game.
11, 10. That's going to be the last play of the game, and that is the ball game. It's going to end up Casteel 70, Sholo 7. So we're going to go back to the studio for a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back to wrap this one up. It won't take long. We'll be back with the what post-game show?
Cable One post-game
Cable
report.
One post-game show. I've lost my mind. I'm so frustrated. So we're going to take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back. You're listening to the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford.
Black Diamond Auto Glass provides the finest full-service mobile and in-shop glass repair services. From free chip repair to windshield replacement, tinting, and more. We're here to pamper you and your car.
Black Diamond Auto Glass. Yeah.
We know cars and trucks at Williams Brothers Auto Service. Our certified mechanics employ today's latest automotive technology and are equipped to handle all major and minor auto repair services on foreign and domestic vehicles. Locations in Sholo and Snowflake.
I was just curious. I would like to know where you've been getting all that money you have in your pocket.
Well, don't be curious no more. I stopped by S&D Auto Wrecking the other day. It's like money in the bank. Clean the backyard. It's all worth money. Anything made of steel, copper, brass, anything, it's cash.
Like what kind of stuff?
Metal bed frame, cha-ching. S&D. Our batteries, cha-ching. S&D.
S&D Auto Wrecking. They'll pay you money for any kind of metal?
Anything made of metal.
S&D Auto Wrecking. You know what? I actually might be motivated to clean up the backyard now. 537-7132. S&D Auto Wrecking.
It's like money in the bank.
I was just curious.
Did you just holler at us? Yes, it's time. All right. We're going to roll our heads up all the way up to the box so we're ready to roll. That'd be funny. Did you say 15? 8. 7, 6, 5, 4. Welcome back to the Cable One post-game show of the Power 95.7 Hot FM Game of the Week presented by Sholo Ford. Hughesonette Keeler. I have vested interest in this. I have a son that this is senior year that has been killing himself. You know, these kids, what a lot of people don't understand, if you're a part-time viewer in high school sports, if you're a shade tree football, high school football fan, you don't realize it. These kids for the past 4 years have gone without summer vacation to go to summer football camp. For 4 years they've been doing this. So it tends to get a little bit frustrating, you know, for a parent, for a football player out there. You see Weston Kimes is struggling to make it over there where they go over and sing their song to the Sholo fans over there at the end of every game. It's heartbreaking to watch such a thing when you know that there's changes that can be made, you know, and they don't make them. Insanity?
John, it's definitely insanity, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That is the true definition of insanity. And unfortunately, that's kind of what the Sholo Cougars have been going through for this season is they've been putting in the quarterback, McGinnis, and he just hasn't been producing. And I don't want to say he's good. I don't want to say he's bad. I'm just going to say he's not producing results. And to continue when you go through with that, it's kind of hard. But then again, John, you know, you and I are not the quarterback or the coach.
No, we're not.
So it's not
for
us
to
make the decisions on how things should go. And and everything like that. So
You are
it's just one of those that, it's tough to be able to sit here and I don't have children.
right. I
So
understand that.
I can't tell you, that I understand exactly how you feel. The only way I can tell you is I can tell you how I felt as a player when we had that issue, that we were in that situation where the player, wasn't producing on our team,
Right.
and we wanted to change as a player, and it affected so many of our other players in how they produced on the field, and it kind of just did nothing for us.
But if you get to the varsity level of football, let's just say you get to the varsity level of football, and you're coming down here. This was marked on the calendars as a big game in the state of Arizona. The AIA posted preseason that this would be an AIA filmed game. They were expecting Cholo to be a powerhouse. Obviously, Casteel come in ranked number 1. Cholo come in ranked number 11. But they expected big things out of Cholo. Okay, with that being said, do you let both your quarterbacks take a chance of being hurt playing JV the day before you come down here for the big game?
My response on that is no. I mean, honestly, the only quarterback that I would have shown that would have played that game would have been Blake Doubler.
Blake Doubler,
I
the
wouldn't
young
have
man,
played.
the freshman.
I
You're
wouldn't
exactly
have played
right.
either of the other two, because if he would like to be considered that he is going to be the number 1 quarterback, then I wouldn't expect him to actually be out there and a play.
The one question I have is where was John Jenkins tonight? I believe, without a doubt, John Jenkins got hurt last night playing JV ball.
Yeah, and that's
so you answer that question.
And that's a
and
sad
I'm not
situation.
here trying to coach. I believe me, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to coach. All I'm trying to tell you is this: if you see things happen, and you know they can be fixed, then they have to be fixed. There's nothing. Oh, there's nothing nobody. That's our hot dog guy. Don't hit our hot dog guy. There's nothing nobody can say about that. If changes can be made, then they have to be made. You kind of understand what I'm saying? Would you agree?
You're absolutely correct.
So let's go ahead and wrap this one up before we end up killing somebody, want to? Hey, we want to thank Davina Harvey back in the studios. We want to thank Big Ron out here. Big Ron on the camera. We got Eric Drury down below. We always got to thank Gene Barton for letting us do this.
Hey, John, you also want to make sure you thank Cable One for this post-game report.
We always want to thank Cable One. And we want to thank all our fine sponsors. We want to thank Sholo Ford, everybody else, Williams Brothers Automotive, all of them. Thank you guys for letting us come to these ball games and get so frustrated. If it wasn't for you, then I probably wouldn't need so much blood pressure medication. Right? Until next time, hey, pay it forward. We can make this place a better place to live. Just all we got to do is just change one thing at a time, right? Maybe the quarterback. Maybe the quarterback. Right? Until we meet again, I love you. See you next Friday.
Next week.